go for the intro and say welcome to Almost a Podcast. I think this is episode 55. I have myself, Sean, playing Sean, hosting, as well as Colton and Michael.
What's up?
And a very special guest as well. We have Tiara, a good friend of ours.
Woo! What's up?
Hey.
We met Tiara back in college. I met you while I was RAing in college at Michigan State, and you were not an RA, but did not like the current job, and then became one later, and that's how we kind of got to know each other, I think, right?
Yes, true.
That was I remember it being so funny getting you. I guess as a bit of a backstory, there's RAs in college, right?
Our resident
assistants, which help people on the floor, and then there are, what was it called that you were?
I was an intercultural aide.
What did they call them though, abbreviation wise?
ICA.
ICA. There were ICAs at Michigan State, and the group of RAs that I was friends with did not exactly jive with the ICAs, and it was awesome when we found Tiara, because she was then on our side about not being amazingly fond of them either.
Yeah. Why didn't you guys jive? Just like super low key versus uptight kind of type, or what?
I think a lot of it was like this huge misunderstanding of what each other's roles were.
Mm-hmm.
And so like during
I
the
can see
training
that.
process, the ICAs would kind of like, or like the people leading the training would kind of shade the RAs, and then like the
Whoa,
RAs
what?
kind
I
of
didn't know
like already didn't like the ICAs, so like other RAs in that training would like shade the ICAs in the other. So when they would finally meet, they would already like not really like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
then
these preconceived notions.
Yeah.
and then they wouldn't know how to talk to each other, and
There's so much
they didn't
shade.
know how to work together, and there was so much
Yeah.
paperwork that both sides had to do, and so much
Mm-hmm.
work. And so like the ICAs thought the RAs did nothing, and the RAs thought the ICAs did nothing. And really,
Yeah.
I think there was conflicting interests as well.
yes, like the
Like the
ICA,
ICAs were there to do a job that differed very much from what the RAs were trying to do, I think.
yes, yeah, it was like more of like a like inclusive, like a cultural kind of like more having conversations. So if there was like a racial bias incident on the floor, like then the ICA would address that first, or like the RA would refer to the ICA. But in our RA training, we're trained to also do that. So then RAs are like, what are the ICAs for?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely come up a lot where we thought, oh, we're doing it anyway. I mean, normally if in a case where something would pop up, you're there dealing with it anyway. It's not, you don't go, hold on, let me go get my ICA, you know, and that's not. And they were also, I'm also, by the way, biased because I'm coming at this from the RA perspective. So I have these things that Tara was talking about of already not liking them.
Yeah.
But it's, and Tara can voice the other side because she knows both, I think. So call me out if I start speaking incorrectly.
I
However,
will.
we would oh wow, where was my train of thought going with that? We wouldn't we wouldn't call to them and say, hey, we need something done, and they also didn't do some of the tasks that the RA would do, like rounds, you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they didn't do like duty rounds or everything, which is every night there were at least 2 RAs on call for the night, sometimes multiple nights in a row. It kind of depends on a schedule we pick at the beginning of the year, but that was something they were never involved in. And I think because of that, if an incident happened, an RA would never know how to get a hold of an ICA.
Yeah. Because they're not on the hook.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. Was there stuff like that, Tiara, where they had to be on call or anything?
No, there was really never a time when they had to be on call. They would do a lot of like social justice stuff, and like the ICAs were on call kind of by the higher ups for the ICAs. So they would have them have these really long, like sometimes like 3-4 hour meetings just to like have discussions. and that's important, but also like if you're a STEM student, it doesn't really work out like with your schedule because you
Yeah.
have a lot of your STEM classes at night. So I
Yeah,
I liked what the ICAs were doing, but I felt like the RAs gave me like the best of both worlds, and they were also more understanding with my schedule.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's interesting. Just from like a leadership perspective in the role itself, you know, like they weren't scheduling around what you were doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's interesting.
I would miss a lot, and then if I would miss a meeting, then like everyone would have an attitude with me, but I'd be like, literally my orgo lecture was in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to?
Like
yeah.
I
Which I
wasn't
can't
having
miss.
fun.
Yep. I'm not drunk on a Wednesday night. I'm going to organic chemistry. Yeah. That's bullshit. Yeah, I find it so funny that there's so much shade between, because like again, like you guys are doing the same. I guess it's like social workers versus law enforcement in a lot of ways, right?
I feel like
firefighters versus police.
Yeah.
I feel like RAs feel like they do all the work while the ICAs just kind of sit down and chill or something. I feel like that is that's something I felt would be a thing that RAs are like, what's going on here? Like I never see
Yeah.
when
Mostly probably because you guys have to do duty rounds versus them not
Yeah.
having to, and I bet that's a huge like pain point.
the
We definitely generally have more of an active presence. Mm-hmm. I think because we are doing the rounds
Yeah.
and such like that. But
it was so funny because I didn't even know what an ICA was my freshman year until Sean talked about it once, I think. He's like, yeah, we have an ICA. I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm like, that's something that's like a thing.
did they have them our freshman year?
I thought they did.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't they had it for like ever?
Because I never met one when I was a freshman.
Oh, you see, that's my point exactly. It's like, where were the ICAs? It is weird. It's like my
I
RA
need
never
you the
talked
most.
about it. Never talked about like an ICA or like specific incidents that you probably should go talk to an ICA about. I don't know.
And that's probably also on an RA to do. Like, I know I never mentioned it, so
Oh, yeah.
it's not like I'm
Okay.
funneling people over. It's more of a all levels hindrance in a way.
Yeah.
Interesting. What, Tara, you were talking about things that RAs that people might not know. Wait, things about RAs. Yeah, I said that right. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
The
did.
misconceptions.
Common misconceptions about RAs. Did you have someone like in mind that you were thinking of?
Yes. So I was not prepared for how many people, like brand new, like freshmen or like transfers or whatever, would like just assume that the RA was just on duty all the time, like your RA on
Oh.
your floor. And so at all times of the day, instead of like calling the duty number or something, they would just knock on our door. I had parents like knocking on my door.
Oh.
And it was like a unanimous thing. I think I said it like a million times. And I was like happy to help, but also I'm a student.
Yeah. But also I'm like working or in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Or I would be at class and they would think that I was just supposed to sit in this room for 24 hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Caged
Yeah.
up in a
Well-
room.
Did you have a mixed floor or an all girls floor?
I had a co-ed floor and it was also alcohol free.
Okay, because I think I had an all guys and then I had two mixed. I want to say floors. Because I had an international floor my sophomore year, and then
Right.
two mixed, so two co-ed floors after that. And I got way less people coming up to my door than what you were saying. Maybe that's because you're a friendlier face than me.
Yeah.
But I also thought I was kind of nice. I tried to be nice, you know.
Yeah, Sean just scowls at everyone and
What do you
So it's
want?
like, don't
Yeah.
bother me. I'm just here to like get my free tuition. Deal with it, you know.
no, it's not even free
Man,
tuition.
I wish I got free tuition.
Yeah.
Go to the
It's just free housing and it's free
There's
housing
a
meal
and
plan.
meal, yeah.
There's a girl named
Which is
Alex
a
on the 8th floor.
significant-
Just go bother her.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real, that's like what, $5,000 a year?
You know, I think I know why you got so many calls is because when everyone would come to my door, I said, "Oh, you want to go talk to Tiara?"
Oh wait,
Oh,
She's
yeah,
on
you
this
guys
floor.
in the
You wanna-
same, in the same building?
Yeah, we're in the same building.
Oh, okay.
I lived in the
Jeez.
same building for 4 years. And I just kept
Oh,
going
you were at Hubbard freshman year too?
Gotta edit that out, dude.
Man, that's crazy. Because
specific.
I was at,
I love it.
I was at Wilson my freshman year, and that was an awesome break. And then going over to Hubbard.
I just stayed in the one place, and because I
Wow.
actually kind of liked it. Like, you just get used to. Also, like, some of the staff there, I can't say names, but some of the staff there were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up leaving by the time I was a senior. But it makes a huge difference when like
Yeah,
your higher ups
that-
are on your side too.
Yeah, or they're cool, or like they're drinking buddies.
I think it's a really not just an RA, but any job that has high turnover is tough for that because you have your group of work friends essentially, and then if they move jobs or in this case graduate or move to a different building, you just don't see them as often.
Yeah,
and you feel way more isolated. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
That can be a shame.
Yeah, I didn't talk to
you
any
guys-
of my off-campus friends at all.
Mm.
Like my senior year, my whole life was being an RA. It was literally just you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really do anything. I mean, I was taking like 19 credits, and then I was like working at the same time.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
explains it.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's
Holy
interesting.
shit!
I
I didn't realize you're
definitely
working another
pieced
job
out.
too. I feel like an RA is already a 40-hour-a-week commitment.
Yeah, I was working at the
can't be.
hospital, and that was a long ways away. That was like over an hour away.
Fucking hell!
dear.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
So-
I was just at Ellison's while you were working. I don't know.
Yeah, Sean was just drinking beer the whole time.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Honestly, though, you guys didn't feel, I don't know. Do you either of you ever wish that you weren't an RA or were able to live off campus in any way? Because when I think about it, I lived off campus. I wasn't an RA or anything, for our audience, but I feel like I like the dorms. I don't think I would feel like I'm missing out too much if I was always in the dorms, even in like a single. I feel like a lot of people would disagree with that, but the dorms are fun. It's like a really easy way to meet people, and you're actually pretty centrally located to everything. So if you want to go out to the bars, it's not actually too hard to do that. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious on what
I mean,
both
we used to
of you
walk
think.
back. We used to walk back from Shaw all the time from like doing
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't too bad, I guess, in my opinion.
I've occasionally thought, it would have been cool to live, with my friends in an apartment or something like that, like you guys did. But I also wouldn't change what I did. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, I wouldn't have met so many of my current friends.
That's
if
true. Mm-hmm.
Char being one of them. If I wasn't an RA,
Yeah.
and wasn't living there, and it was also just a valuable experience anyway. In just, it was an interesting job that just taught me a lot of like life lessons and skills. So I would not change it, but I would at some point say, oh man, it would have been fun to do that.
Yeah.
But happy with what I did. I don't know about you, Tiara.
I'm happy that I did it. I think I would have just stayed on campus as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I agree with you, Colton. The dorms are like really nice for like just being centrally located, and it's such a temporary thing that like I can tough it out.
I think the best part about being an RA is you get a single room versus having to share with someone else.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good
Also,
selling point.
early move-in.
Early move-in's
Yeah.
probably pretty tight. Yeah.
Early move-in, and you get first pick of classes, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty.
There was
tight.
a lot of good benefits, but I loved being able to move in with that no one there, because move-in week is insane.
It is a lot.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just going about to do my own thing. I remember one year I spent, I think it was junior year, I spent, this time just in my room, like woodworking, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You're building your
Because I built a hammock stand that was like half the size of my
Yeah.
room, and I couldn't have done that during the normal time because there wouldn't have been time or space, or I would have been too loud.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I can testify to that. That was so cool.
You know how I had one board, right, that was, I think, an 11-foot board to span the width of the hammock or something like that. 11 to 14 feet. And junior year ended, and I thought, okay, I want to keep this thing to build in my room next year, right? Where am I going to put this? Where can I store
You've not
this
told me this.
board? So I put all the smaller pieces of wood in a cart, and I brought that down to like a room that RAs had access to, and put that in there. And to get the 14-foot board down to the basement from like the 10th floor of Hubbard, I brought it out to the stairwell and like lowered it through like the middle part
Really?
of
Oh my
the stairwell.
God.
I would like lower it down, and then I'd hold on to it as I went around the stairwell, and then lower it down
Really?
again.
And
That's
remember, for
interesting.
viewers, this is a 12-story building. You know,
Yeah.
not crazy high, but still pretty dang high.
But it's like a lot of
And
flights of stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
That's
think
hilarious.
one of those years I was on the 12th floor, and then I was on the 8th and the 10th, I think.
You're
I
always
would
pretty
say,
high
something
up.
like that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's always fairly high up there.
You stored it in some random room. I like it.
Yeah. It was a great deal, you know, I gotta say.
That is, if you
And
had
then to get it back up, I had to reverse it. I had to carry
carry
it
it
up
all the way up. Yeah. I mean, as long as you have a
Gosh.
storage room, that's like tight. I didn't know you guys could actually potentially like store stuff in maybe an unused room. That's pretty nice.
I don't know if we were really supposed to.
Either
but
way,
We were
like
not
I think I
supposed
could.
to.
I think I cleared it. I was like, I went to our AD or something and said, "Hey, can I use that? Put one cart in that room." And they're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So I wasn't just flaunting the law. I was trying to go along with
You're
it.
going along with it. But did
I still would have done it if someone said no, but
right,
it was nice to have the permission.
right.
Yep. It's
But-
better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Absolutely. You guys also got free food, right? As an RA?
Yeah. We got free
Yes.
room and board.
Yeah, the meal plan was
Let's
free.
go. I would be dying for that right now in my adult life, actually.
Oh,
free
yeah.
subs, free wraps. Sign me up. Toasted. Let's go.
It also how much was the food plan? Like 1,200?
Yes.
It was expensive, yeah.
It was more than that. It was
But if you think
14 or
about it,
15.
1,400.
It was
Let's
15.
say 1,500. Okay.
That's for one semester too.
Oh, one semester. Okay, so $3,000 a year. Okay.
No, three. Yeah, and then plus you add the room, which is like 18 to 2,000.
I'm just talking
Okay.
food though for a 2nd. I would pay if I could pay right now $3,000 a year for all the food I can eat when I wanted to eat it. I would do that in a
I guess
heartbeat.
that would, yeah.
That's cheaper than what I
That's-
spend right now on
It's
food.
like I spend $100 a week on groceries right now. So yeah, that would, I would save money. I would save big
Yeah.
money doing that.
yeah, but you wouldn't have the options. The thing that would, I guess, if you had
It's
every
enough
single
options, though.
If you had every single spot there, if it wasn't just Acres Calf, if I had the
Right.
stir fry or something like that, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I mean, you can't make some super niche things. Like, I couldn't get sushi, I guess, but then you just go out and
Yeah,
get
you could.
sushi if you want it.
They
Well, I
have
mean,
it-
there's not to say you can't also get groceries, but if I had this service that I could pay $3,000 for
Didn't
and I would
Brody
have
have
food for
sushi?
the whole year,
Maybe they did.
Brody did have sushi. It
Yeah.
wasn't great,
Yeah,
but they had it.
I mean, but then you can scam it too. I mean, you can get 3 subs and just take 2 home with you.
That's true.
That's you could feed everyone for very cheap. So yeah, they need to make an IRL food calf $3,000 a year subscription thing. I would sign up for it. That'd be great.
Did you eat? You didn't eat too much of the cast though, did you, JR? I don't think.
I did more towards the end, but I didn't really in my freshman and sophomore year because they didn't have vegan options.
Oh, gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
So I think at the time you were vegan, right?
Yeah.
You still are?
'Cause you've gone back and forth on that a lot.
Yes. I actually recently had dairy and it was fine, which was crazy. It was a huge
Wow.
change also. And also I
Yeah.
have fish. So I'm so happy with that. I can have real
Nice.
sushi.
yeah, fish. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
tight. So
And eggs and
That's-
stuff, or
Yeah.
you still hold off eggs? Yeah.
I can have eggs too. It's like a pescatarian thing, but I choose vegetarian when I can.
yeah, gotcha.
That's healthy.
But it's way easier than vegan. I mean, there's a lot more vegan options now, but
Vegan's
Yeah.
so tough. And I recently, one of my family members came to town and they are gluten free. even harder.
That's tough.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
gluten free plus vegan. I'm like, I don't know if I could eat anything.
Yeah.
You have celery.
Celery.
I'm eating kale.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, hey, you can have.
Jail.
They got some really good chicken nuggets nowadays. Frozen chicken nuggets that are vegan. I get those because I like
Oh.
them. I don't even.
Really?
Yeah, I get them all the time. And like
Yeah.
the Impossible burgers, Impossible
those aren't too
burger meat for tacos.
Yeah.
I do that all the time because I love it. I feel less like greased out. I guess there's less grease in that
Yeah.
stuff. So I like it just
That's
for
fair.
that.
Yeah.
For that.
Have you
aspect
had
of it.
tempeh though? Tempeh is like, if I'm gonna go vegan, that'd be what I'd be eating.
I love
Tempeh.
tempeh.
Right? It's so
Yeah.
good, and everyone like is grossed out by it most of the time. You guys know what tempeh is, right?
I've had it before.
I feel
I
like I-
wouldn't know what to describe it as though.
Yeah.
Tiara, you want to do the honors?
Sure. It's like fermented whole soybeans into like
Okay.
it looks like a brick basically, but it has like
Yeah.
some texture to it.
It's like a moldy brick of soybeans.
Yeah.
So it's like-
So like almost
tofu?
soy sauce.
yeah. It's like halfway between. It's like tofu, but it's not like ground up. It's just like got the
yeah.
whole.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's definitely has more of a texture than tofu. Like tofu is
Yeah.
like almost jello to me.
Yeah.
Gelatinous,
Whereas
yeah.
tempeh is more of a crunch.
Yes.
Interesting.
And you
okay.
can like fry tempeh up, and you can marinate it with like smoky things, and you can make like little bacon bits, and you can put it on everything.
Ooh, yeah.
It's so good.
Ooh.
I have heard
now
if
you're
you
talking
can
to me.
if you can deal with like the soy stuff, like the like I had really good tofu probably like 3 months ago, and I it was so good. It was like a tiki masala, but with tofu instead of chicken.
Ooh.
I ate it and I was like, this is so good. I'm gonna give it to Carly and say it's chicken and see if she can tell. I give it to Carly. She's like, this
Yeah.
is like super good chicken. I'm like, it's not chicken. It's it's tofu.
Got him.
Inception
But it's
moment.
tofu.
Bah.
Yeah. She's like, no freaking way.
Yeah, the other,
Yeah.
other one I had was it was like a cashew milk or something like that based chicken
Cashew.
Alfredo because
Ooh.
I'm lactose intolerant, right? So I can't have really strong like cream and such. So I had that and that was absolutely delicious. That actually honestly beat out actual just like chicken Alfredo with this cashew
Wow.
milk or whatever. I was like, what the is this?
Okay, hold on though. Hold on. Riddle me this. What is the difference between soybeans and edamame? Because when I look at in the frozen section, I'm looking at the soybeans and the edamame. It's the same picture,
Edamame is just way better. Like I've had both.
but they taste almost the same.
Do they really?
Like,
Aren't
I think so.
I
Isn't it
got
the same thing? Isn't edamame just
I don't-
soybeans in their pod?
It's got to be a little bit different because
Because I buy the shelled stuff, right? I'm not
Yeah.
going to go through the extra work, right?
Wait, what?
If you look at the shelled soybeans and shelled edamame, it's the same.
it's
looking bean.
not because unshelled edamame is called mukamame, so it must be different. And I have done the mistake of getting soybeans and then making them in like the microwave or whatever, and they tasted
I
terrible.
imagine they're just a separate plant.
They're probably
But-
like green, like the young ones, and then like the soybean ones are like later on.
I just looked it up, and that's exactly what it
lamb
was.
Really?
versus mutton.
Yeah.
I'm so bad
Nice.
with plants. Guess that.
Solid.
Well,
yeah.
Wait, so what is it?
It's like
It's
aged.
yeah. So edamame is just the young green one, and then the soybean is the older one.
Man.
It's the same plant though.
Same plant.
Well, I guess there you go. But they taste way different. Buy yourself a bag of soybeans, Sean. You will not like it.
I've already done this.
Oh, you
I
have?
bought soybeans a month ago, and I was eating them and thinking this is almost the
Really?
same taste
Oh, I
as
thought
edamame.
they were so different. I hate regular
Were,
soybeans.
were they
Interesting.
green also?
Yeah.
Oh, then
They were
maybe
green.
they just call them soybeans when they package.
Because they are soybeans.
Yeah.
Man, what? My brain is breaking. Okay, well, all right. I'm gonna go with whatever's cheaper now because it's the
Fair
same
enough.
thing.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Sean. Poor guy.
I was gonna have an extreme departure. I was gonna say, one of the things we want to talk about with you specifically, Tiara, because you are, as far as the people in my life go, the expert on astrology signs and such, right?
I'm so honored.
And I was telling these guys that there's such things as moon signs, which I had no idea.
I didn't know those
until
existed.
You told me.
Yeah.
So I think you need to give us. You need to tell us all about ourselves.
Yeah,
through the signs.
we've had like the psychology experience, right, with like big five personality tests and Myers-Briggs and that, right, 16
Yeah.
types.
Yep.
So DISC. So now we want to understand like the other side, right, which is the astrological.
I seek spiritual understanding.
speak spiritual guidance
Spiritual
from
revelation.
Tiara Guru
Tiara atop the mountain.
top
Yes.
of the mountain.
Wow, I'm so honored. Really, I feel like I don't know that much about it. But like I guess to Sean I do, which is good. Sean is in Aquarius, but his moon is Scorpio. And then you can also have a rising, which is like what you look like. So maybe I should preface this.
Thing.
Okay, so your sun sign is your basic identity. So I'm gonna use Sean as an example. So he's an Aquarius. So his
Learn
like
all about me.
his basic identity will be Aquarius, but then his moon sign is like his communication and his emotions, and that's Scorpio, and that's a completely different sign. So his like basic identity is still running in the background and like influencing his decisions and stuff, but like the way that he like brings that out to other people is like via the Scorpio sign. And then your rising sign is like your aesthetic or like what you appear to be. And we rely on our rising signs in like our teen years because we're trying to find our identity. So we fight like our sun sign for a long time until we actually are comfortable in ourselves. And then they all kind of combine into one.
Gotcha.
I think I'm following.
Is that called something else?
What?
Is it called something else and they combine into one?
No, that's just like you're just like working on yourself. And sometimes you can have the same sign for all three. That's like super rare. But then like you are 100% like one. Like there's this one person in my program and his entire chart is all Leos. And he is exactly what you would think like a Leo is. Like they're like these really
He's like just.
Does he have blonde
super
hair,
Leo.
No, he has like kind of big hair and like he's like very confident and like a charismatic person, but like he's not hiding anything. Like he is exactly what he says and like exactly what he presents to be at all times, and he's like the purest person.
Interesting.
I'm gonna look up my moon sign. Oh shoot, when was I born?
Yeah, how do you figure that out?
So I could actually do your guys' charts right now.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Because I know
Sean, I know
Read
yours.
me. Oh.
I know
Don't be
we're
sad.
all Virgos for
Yeah.
for zodiac signs. I
Us
think.
three are.
Us three are, yeah. Besides Sean, but
I'm
other
gonna
than
text
that,
my
I don't
mom right
know.
now. Asked her when I was born.
Yeah, I need your
was I?
birth time.
My like time like 4 p.m. or 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, let me grab my birth certificate real quick.
1:30
I think I was
AM or PM, Mike?
p.m.
Oh, Mike. Coming
Wait,
out
when?
here with-
When did you say?
I know exactly when I was born. My mom calls
Wait,
me
wait.
every single time on my birthday. She calls me at the time. I was
at the
born.
time. That's so interesting.
It's really sweet. It's really
That is-
sweet.
That is a very interesting data point.
Wait, what time of the day was it?
1:33 p.m. was when I was born.
1:33 p.m.
Oh my god. Okay, that's awesome. She's on top of it. Is she like an astrology girl?
A little bit.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
She's your classic like slightly alternative, white single mom. So yeah, like
Love that for her.
yeah.
So what day is your birthday? September, but Mike.
Oh, day. Oh, we probably shouldn't say that. Oh,
You can put it in the chat if you want to. Oh, I almost just dropped my beer.
yeah. But TR, can you navigate that?
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'll BRB. I gotta find it in a different spot.
Meanwhile, I tell my mom, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know about what time I was born?" And she goes, "Not off the top of my head." It's I
Right.
think in the evening.
I'm
Alright,
going
yeah.
back to the original chat where you said hi.
Okay, so I know I'm in the evening. So if I'm in the evening, I'm gonna say that's 5 o'clock. And I'm just gonna put that at 0. And the city, oh boy, birth city. Does it need to know that too?
Oh yeah, Sean.
Oh man, this is
Okay.
Colton, I get yours too.
all the stops. Yep.
I am so excited. You guys, you have no idea how happy I am.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
My
what
moon is
what I am too. Like all these things. All right. Posting now. in the
Scorpio. What does that mean? I see. Like that's something I don't understand. Like I kind of know what Virgo means in the astrology stuff, but for the most part, it's just like it's Greek to me right now.
So I can
Yeah,
talk
you're gonna have to
about
explain all
Zach
of
and
them.
Alex, right?
Yeah.
They both are
They've been on the
Scorpios.
podcast. What is the What does that mean when you say someone's a Scorpio?
So they're like this. They're like very inquisitive. Usually, they're actually one of the smartest signs. And they're
So that's not Sean at all.
they're like really like inquisitive. They're competitive. They like games and puzzles and things like that.
Okay, well that tracks.
And like you tend to make friends with people that have your moon sign too. So like you'll attract like
Oh.
Scorpios and stuff.
My moon sign is the Scorpio, so it would make sense that I like the other Scorpios in that case.
Yeah, and you can talk to them really well, and like they know what to say to you as far as like emotions and stuff.
I'm gonna text Alex and tell her we're only friends because you're a Scorpio.
just in. I've been enlightened.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I can
great.
break the news to Zach when he gets.
Ugh. Okay. Is that all I need? The time of birth and the place that I was born?
Yeah.
That's all I need, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, so I got Michael's right now.
All right, let's learn about
I
Mike.
just texted her. Apparently, we're only friends because you're a Scorpio.
Is it just
See
out
what
of the
response
blue?
to that- Yep.
Okay, so wow. Okay, Mike. Wow, this is a really cool chart actually. So you have a lot of
Ooh.
Virgo in your chart, but you have like a lot of Scorpio too. But your big three are the ones I'm going to focus on because there's like so many little like things you could talk about. So your sun is Virgo, which we know. Your moon is Pisces, and your rising is
Oh.
Sagittarius.
Whoa.
Sagittarius.
What do those mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it down. It's actually
Michael
really
looks
cool.
skeptical.
So like a Pisces moon is like more emotional. So Virgo and Pisces don't like go together in the same person because they're complete opposites. So your emotions are doing like the complete opposite of what your basic identity is telling you to do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty. And then like the rising, the Sagittarius rising, those people like to travel and like meet new people and party and stuff. And so like your
Not so much about the
aesthetic is
partying,
like
but
that. Yeah.
Absolutely, meeting new people and traveling. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let me do cold. And if you have any questions.
Oh, I'm a lot. Everything you say, I have questions.
Yeah. I'm not sure like the difference. So what makes Pisces like the opposite of Virgo? I kind of understand Virgo, but
They're on the opposite sides of the chart from each other. So like Virgo is all like rational and like having like structure to things and like a lot of logic, and then Pisces is like feeling and like they're really sad. But they're also like old souls and they can relate to all the other signs because they have a little bit of all the other signs in them, which is cool.
so
Wait,
I'm
do
a
I have any
depressed
Virgo in me?
rational thinker. Good to know.
Yeah. And
I'm
it's
just-
always
I'm
fighting.
a philosopher.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, Plato. Calm down.
What was your question, Sean?
I'll say you spit your beer. Do I have Virgo in my thing?
No, you don't have. I don't. I don't know like how we're friends like chart wise because you don't have
Yeah.
any of my signs at all.
Oh man.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any of my signs
gotta-
either. Fucking Scorpio.
So he has so you guys both have water sign moons, and so you guys
Oh.
understand like water signs and stuff. So like, even if you don't have friends that are necessarily
wait.
Scorpios, you'll still like talk to other water signs.
How does that work? Like, what does that mean? We connect.
so
on?
there's more water stuff too. So there's like water, earth, air,
Yeah.
fire. Well, okay, you gotta enlighten me on this shit too.
Yes, there is
Yeah.
water, earth, air, and fire. So,
Earth, wind, and fire. What's going on?
oh yeah, do you remember all of us were born in September.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
if we're both water, what does that mean? How do we connect with water?
So water
Flow.
is like they're the emotional sad signs, and then like fire signs are like the angry, they're kind of zesty signs. The earth
Okay.
signs are
Yeah, like
the
Zoot
boring signs, and then and I'm an
Boring.
earth sign, so and then the air signs are like the social kind of like unique and like eclectic signs.
Well, see, I don't feel like me and Michael connect emotionally, right? That's what you said the water signs do, right?
No.
Well, you guys could totally do that. I think you should just
You just
try
haven't
harder.
tried. Yeah, you haven't tried hard enough.
I feel you,
What's
Sean,
going
and my
on?
emotions.
I think emotionally we disagree on so many things.
Actually, honestly, yeah. Like we're very
Logically, we agree on a lot of stuff,
yeah. Like
but emotionally, we're
Maybe
very
you're
different.
you're emotionally logical people, and that's
Yeah.
what's happening here.
That could be.
I think it's like also difficult because Sean, you're an Aquarius, and that doesn't go with any of the signs that like your friends that you've chosen for yourself. Like they're not compatible with you. You literally chose them based off your moon sign and your rising.
Wait. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah. So like
I
you
don't
attracted
know.
everyone to you that were
I don't think
that has
I.
that.
I mean, that makes sense, but I don't think I have ever met another Aquarius that I liked.
That is so true. Because I've been there for a lot of those, and you really did not like them.
oh god.
I can't say any names, but
You have to message me though, so I can agree with you.
oh, Sean,
funny.
hold on. This is gonna be great. I'm messaging you right now.
Awesome. So, okay. So I used my moon sign to gather friends. What? Okay. What's Colton? I want to know.
Yeah,
what Colton's is.
yeah, we gotta
Okay.
figure myself out soon.
Okay.
Cause I'm really
I'll do yours.
intrigued.
I'm actually really
I'm really
interested
intrigued.
too. Because normally like Virgos are also really neurotic and like uptight and worried about things. That's like their main thing is just being worried. They're also very nurturing. And like I don't think I've ever seen Colton worry about anything. Maybe
No.
it's internal, but like you're so chill.
When we did the big 5 personality test, his neuroticism was like what 8% or something like that. It was
Yeah.
extremely low.
I typically don't
Sean's
worry
is
about a
10,
lot.
and I was like 40.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine. Yeah, I got all the neuroticism. Every time I take those tests, they're like, you should go to the hospital for sure.
Yeah. Please get on
And
some
you're like,
Xanax.
I live there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go. I work there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fascinating. I really find it interesting, right? How these sign things tend
sign
to
things.
tend to be accurate, yet at the same time, but like more accurate than not.
There's always things
Right.
you can relate to. I feel like when you really read the details of these things.
Even though I'll preface it by saying I don't agree with the whole thing, I find it fascinating nonetheless.
I also find the whole social aspect of it, like, oh, you would get along with this person because of like your sign, like compatibility. I've never really like thought about it like that. It'd be interesting to
Yeah.
do a social experiment like that. Like, hey, like these people should be friends. Let's put them in a room and like see if they like each other.
See what happens.
I'd love to like
I
go
also
through that
want to
experiment.
do that, but for people like me, like if you told me ahead of time that, oh, I'm going to introduce you to this person, they're a such and such, I would be on guard
be like,
immediately, right? But if you just introduced that to me and then told me like 2 months later,
Yeah.
that, oh, they're that sign,
Yeah.
you'll probably get along with them, I'd be like, oh,
Interesting.
you know?
Yeah. That'd be an interesting experiment.
So I have your chart, Colton, and oh my goodness, it's
I'm like-
literally all Virgo, which is
Uh-oh.
crazy. And then
That's
you're
hilarious.
A rare one.
Capricorn rising, so you're literally all Earth.
Oh, I'm very boring.
That's insane.
Give me the
Yeah,
best earthbender in the
somehow.
world.
Which I'd say Colton's probably the most interesting out of all of us, honestly.
Gosh.
He's probably the calmest out of all of us.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it
That's-
is.
On
Yeah,
your
Colton, you're like the
hill.
one who goes partying the most and like talks to a bunch of people all the time.
I guess. I do say, I think the grasshopper stance that the one kid in the Airbender show, what's her name, Toph?
Okay.
I was like, if I were to learn one martial art, I want to be Toph. I want to learn her grasshopper
hell yeah.
martial arts. I connect.
Did you guys see the Earthbending VR game?
Well, I was the one who
Oh,
sent it
yeah.
to you.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait until that becomes like
Multiple.
battling between all four elements. It would be so cool.
It would be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
All right,
I didn't realize VR could do that until I saw that video, and then I realized the possibilities.
It opened
Tara,
your
you've
mind.
seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, thank God. All right, you're human.
You're human.
All right, but so I'm all Earth. Is there anything else a part of this?
Yeah, so like your big three, which are the ones that we're focusing on, your sun is Virgo, your moon is Virgo, and then your rising is Capricorn. And then the rest of your chart has like a lot of Virgo in it.
It's
Interesting.
like Capricorn then.
Capricorn is one of the earth signs. They have really good work ethic and they're very like put together. They like basic colors. And Zach is also a Capricorn rising. So like they
Okay.
attract each other.
So is that like, is the Capricorn rising? The rising is like where you would get your friends.
Yeah, it's like your aesthetic. It's what people would guess you are.
Ah,
from,
yeah.
Like just first meeting you.
I see. Okay.
What is my rising? Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Rising?
your rising is a Cancer rising.
Oh man.
And so they have like
die.
really like soft faces and like
Sean's extremely cancerous.
Such a bad.
Sounds,
oh my god.
Fucking
they're just
toxic as
toxic
hell.
people.
Okay, so, sorry, but you were saying though. Now I'm actually curious what that means.
They're like they have like really soft features and like they like natural colors and stuff. Like green looks really good on them, blue looks really good on them.
Dang, why are you
Oh.
calling me out like that?
What about
Those are the two
the
colors I wear.
Sagittarius then? What's the Sagittarius?
Like a lot of different colors. It's like kind of like a mix of things. Like pretty much anything would look good on them. Like I would say like purple looks the best on them.
Fuck yeah, purple's an awesome color. It's like my second favorite
Hell
color.
yeah.
Look at that. And then like Capricorn rising stick to like neutrals, like black, white, khaki, like looks the best on them, like navy blue.
Gotcha. Cool.
Is that what Colton is?
Yeah, that's what
That's
Colton.
me.
is.
Yeah.
And they
I was just
also
saying,
look
that
very
sounds like,
serious.
That sounds like my wardrobe though. My wardrobe is black, gray, brown, khaki.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like also your job has a lot to do with it too, like what you tend to buy. I think.
Oh yeah,
Not
just
at
in
all.
general.
And Virgos actually go into engineering a lot. They go into the sciences or they go into nursing.
Oh,
Nice.
and isn't Colton's all Virgo, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why nursing
Fully
specifically?
into it.
Is
They're
because that's like the opposite of like I'd consider a scientific very like because it's but that's also just from me coming from a STEM-ish field.
so like Virgos are nurturing. They're the mothers of the zodiac sign. So that's like someone you want in like your healthcare profession. Like
Yeah. Yeah. The nurturing
Yeah.
side.
yeah.
Yep.
But they're also like kind of judgmental, which is like their toxic side. They,
Oh,
like
okay.
judge
Gotcha.
everyone.
Do I have any of that in my signs? Because I'm very judgmental.
That would be the Scorpio part for
Yep.
sure.
Oh, wait, Scorpio's also judgmental?
INTJ.
Yeah, I would say so.
I need to look up this whole Scorpio thing because apparently it's my entire
Gotta
identity.
get in tune with your Scorpio, Sean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sean,
I think I identify with the nurturing thing. I really like to support projects, which is kind of like, I feel like that aligns pretty well. I like helping others with their project. And with DISC, support was one of my highest attributes.
Yeah.
A call back to that. So that's interesting.
I was all D, so
Okay, I'm looking at
That's awesome.
Scorpio Man.
Scorpio, man.
This is on astrology.com.
Well, do you have the moon up there?
Gotta get the moon, man.
No, I'm just looking at the general sign. Does it matter if it's also the moon sign?
Yeah, because it'll just tell you the moon will be like more about the emotions and stuff. Like the Scorpio will tell you all about the Scorpio person and like all their tendencies.
I feel like reading this so far, I am more a Scorpio than an Aquarius. How do I become a Scorpio?
You can't just change.
You can't change it. This is you, Sean. Accept it.
Sean, what you got to do is go back in time and then like force your mom to get pregnant a little bit later. Actually, a little bit earlier. You got to be a preemie because it'd be closer to be a Scorpio, right? Because Scorpio's like
hard for
October,
me.
right?
An unforgiving and hardworking individual. They are very caring and have a very calm side, just like still water.
Yeah.
Scorpio man traits contribute to the secrecy they maintain in their lives.
Do you have a lot of
everything
secrecy?
is
Okay,
a
let me go to
secret.
Aquarius now because now I'm like curious. Okay, continue. I'm absorbing information.
I'm so glad that you're into it. Scorpios are also like full of secrets. Like they'll take in everyone's
yeah.
secrets. They
That's
want to
me.
know everything about everyone else, like their loved ones. But then like when it comes to like dishing stuff about themselves, they say nothing.
Interesting.
Why did you think I had tea time in college?
Tea time.
Exactly.
That was all a ploy. It was all a ploy.
I invited a secret meeting
Yeah, Sean.
Above our A's, yeah.
Sean is
where I gathered information.
He's like the information broker, the Illuminati.
Yep.
But I never give out that information. It's all about the maintaining.
It's all about
the secrets.
getting the info. You are the elusive man.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Did you put your name into the goblet of fire?
Oh my God.
Different things.
I know. I just
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Come on.
okay. Hold on. So let me. Sorry. Keep going.
I was thinking of SpongeBob. Like the best thing about telling secrets is then secretly telling them those secrets. Secretly.
Secretly. Yes.
I think that's one thing we can all relate to is SpongeBob.
Yeah. SpongeBob captures
Heck
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although Colton just finished watching all of the Harry Potters for the first time.
I'm not yet. I'm on Half-Blood
Oh,
Prince.
you haven't fully finished?
That's
haven't
gonna be a
seen them all.
podcast episode. Uh-oh.
I'm also on Half-Blood Prince.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
High five.
I'm not the only one. Let's go.
All right, Colton. When you finish it, though, we need to have talk about
I
that.
do want to talk
Yeah.
about it. I do. I have good things to say so far. So
Okay, Scorpio moon signs are emotionally intense. They feel everything strongly. To say that they're people born with a Scorpio moon feel everything strongly is an understatement.
He does not feel anything strongly. Sean is very.
No other
very
moon signs in the
relaxed.
zodiac experience emotions as deeply or intensely. You know,
Dude, I don't know about that. I think you're pretty. You don't experience it like a.
well, I don't express
strong.
them.
Yeah, that's where the
That's
Aquarius
true.
comes in. Because they're very like aloof. They're kind of hard to like pin down. They're very unique.
I experience intense emotions, but I don't necessarily express them very well at all.
Yeah.
Everything they feel is amplified with this placement.
yeah.
Sounds like an ad
Okay, but
for a Scorpio.
okay, I do not agree with the next statement, right? That says when they're sad, the world is ending. When they're happy, they're over the moon. I don't agree with that.
No.
No.
I'm much more neutral to do
to
that.
everything.
Well, that's the Aquarius part.
When you're sad,
Yeah.
Sean's like.
Oh, so
eh.
with my
When
water
you're happy, like,
balancing
hey.
out the fire?
Oh, you don't have
Is
any
Scorpio fire?
No, Scorpio's water. Believe it or not.
What? That doesn't make sense with any
And
of these
Aquarius
things
is air because it's a water bearer.
I'm reading. Wait,
Wait,
how
what?
does that make sense?
So you carry water, but you don't. Yeah.
You're not our water.
carry water.
Yeah, you carry.
Why is Virgo water? Because if it's a cloud? I always think it would be an air.
Virgo's Earth.
Oh,
Virgo's
it's
Earth,
Earth.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Virgo Earth? Isn't it like the constellation, like a cloud or something like that? Like a lady
It's-
sitting on a cloud?
It's a lady, yeah, but it's just she's like from the
It's a
Earth.
lady.
It's supposed to be. She's supposed to be sitting on the ground, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother Earth.
This I agree with. So my third trait, moon sign of Scorpio, is instinctive, which a moon in Scorpio practically guarantees an enormous degree of natural intuition. These folks just seem to know things. They often have an internal radar that allows them to size up situations and people more quickly than the other moon signs. Moreover, they do this automatically. Every new person they meet is subjected to the penetrating and insightful gaze of a Scorpio.
Penetrating gay. That's an interesting.
And their intuition is usually right.
descriptor.
I have always said that I think I have a good judge of somebody when I meet someone. I feel like if I get 5 minutes with them, I kind of know what they're about.
Know their vibe. Yeah.
I would say that that's true, Sean. Like, pretty much every time that you've texted me, like, how are you doing? Like, something has happened on that day that was, like, really wild or,
big.
like, messed up or, like, whatever. And, like, for some reason, like, you always know to text on those days. And I don't know, like, why.
I'm in tune with the natural language of the world.
In tune.
Please don't get too big of a head. Oh, my goodness.
It's okay. I'm an Aquarius. It's impossible to get.
Yeah. I'm reading.
I will collect the greatest valued symbols, and they will bring me power. They value honesty in themselves and others, and fear betrayal more than anything else.
Fear
I
and
think I would
betrayal?
agree with that. I do not like to have my trust betrayed.
Okay,
That
I don't
is
know
definitely true.
how am I. I don't know if I'm a Pisces. I'm going through Pisces right now.
I'm going
Okay,
through
empathetic,
like.
maybe intuitive, fairly idealistic, opposite. I'm very pragmatic, creative, maybe, romantic, somewhat. Yeah, I can be kind of romantic in a lot of ways.
Very romantic.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah.
What does that mean? What does escapist mean?
I mean, I like to, they like to escape things. Like when I deal with the emotional shit, I usually tend to run away from it rather than confront it.
Emotional stuff as opposed to like
Yeah.
situations. Because you don't want to escape social situations more often than not.
Yeah.
But if it's emotions, that's a different ball game.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me, yeah. All right. Interesting.
Huh. I'm reading some interesting
I
things
like how
about
this
like.
site always says the sign and then like man or female. So it's like I'm reading about this superhero named Aquarius Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, yes, Mr. Aquarius Man. Doo-doo-doo.
There's all these
swoops
things
in.
online about like.
He swoops in a very, what was the thing with Aquarius? It's like very relaxed and like not extremely emotional.
Yeah. They, like, run away from their emotion. Which is funny because you have a Scorpio moon,
So,
so you feel really deeply, and then you're like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's not do
Aquarius
it.
Man,
Take a break.
Aquarius Man just runs away from all problems.
Yeah.
He just runs. He's like, "There's a burning building. I'm gonna get the fuck out of
See
here."
ya.
And just
See ya,
leave.
man. Yeah.
That's why when Sean wanted to move to Ireland, I was like, uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, I was born at 8/16. Does that change my moon sign?
Let me make sure. I mean, I know I did this, like, personally for you a while ago, and I still have your chart, but I'd be happy to do it again.
97.
I'm reading a lot of these like advices. Like, I looked at my 3 signs, and they're like, okay, so how a Virgo Sun, Capricorn rising should start your day. This is what I should do. It's like so
Okay.
interesting.
Oh,
like
let's
this.
hear it. Let's
It's
hear
like
it.
rising signs dictate the beginning of the day. So as a Capricorn rising, this person needs to have a lot of structure, order, and routine. They should wake up early and offer gratitude meditation. And then they should go to the gym and do a workout. I do like going to the gym, I guess. Afterwards, they should
But
have
you
a
like
hot
doing
shower.
it you like doing it in.
Typically, I
evening,
like
right?
doing it in the afternoon, but I should do it in the morning is what I'm learning. I should switch it.
Is this your primary sign that you're reading off of?
It's like it's a Virgo Sun, Capricorn rising. So it's like the combo there.
The rising.
Yeah.
What side are you on? Because I want to find mine.
What site? It's the astrosofa.com. It's a questionable source, but it's the source.
Astrosofa.
It's a source.
They do say I should take a hot
how'd
shower.
you get there though?
I just looked up my 3 signs. So I looked up specifically Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Capricorn rising.
Tiara, what was my rising?
Cancer.
Oh man.
You're always so bummed when you hear
I'm gonna
that.
look up. I'm gonna look up
Toxic.
what should Cancer do in the morning.
Actually, it's not toxic, right? Cancer is I don't know.
Cancer's just it's just a name. Doesn't mean toxicity.
Yeah, it's
I don't
for the
think.
crab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I understand.
So Sean's got crabs.
It also suggests I should drink
Poor
some
Sean.
healthy herbal tea in the morning, and then get to the office before everyone
Pass.
else.
Yeah. Like, which kind of herb, though? That's the question.
It just says healthy herbal tea.
Yeah, whatever
Healthy
you
breakfast. Yeah, whatever you
herb
want to
you
eat.
want.
want. Yeah, don't take
Weed?
laxative tea, but yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was thinking a specific herb, but
This also tells me like famous people that are also Virgo Sun, Capricorn Rising. Apparently, the first James Bond, Princess Diana.
so you're Sean Connery, so you're gonna slap some woman.
Yeah, apparently.
I
Queen
think
Elizabeth
Keanu
I.
Reeves is. Keanu Reeves has the same chart as you. His first like 4 signs are like Virgo.
How do you
Oh, yeah.
remember this?
I'm into it.
Because I look up like the really unique ones, like Jennifer Aniston. She's all Aquarius. I think Machine Gun Kelly is all Taurus,
Whoa. Okay.
and it's super rare to get that. Like you have like a window of like 2 minutes for your mom to like give birth for you to have like that whole like chart like that.
Huh.
Okay, the morning things it's telling me to do are completely wrong.
What is it telling you to do? Well, I mean, maybe you should
So-
do it. It doesn't mean you do it now.
Try it
means You
out.
should do it.
No. Okay, well, first of all, so I went to 2 different ones. What I'm on right now is Opera, or is it Oprah? I don't know. OPRAH.
That's Oprah,
Is Oprah?
like like
Okay.
Oprah Winfrey.
Like Oprah Winfrey, yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my god!
I figured. The other one was style casting. That didn't work. So Oprah, right?
Oprah says.
So that for Aquarius, right? It says your sign in the morning is unpredictable. Aquarians don't like being told what to do and have difficulty sticking to routines, so it's rare that 2 mornings are alike.
Ooh.
You do, however, always like to know what's going on in the world, so you enjoy talking to the people and catching up on what's happening while you were sleeping. Completely incorrect.
Correct. Yeah.
My mornings are exactly the same, and I don't want to talk to a single person.
Same.
Now, if I look for the Scorpio, right? No, wait, Cancer. I'm supposed to look at Cancer. Okay, maybe I could see that. So you don't relish getting out of bed, fact. But once you're up, and you're focused on others. Not true. You like to spend time on self-care too. That's true. And you enjoy the process of getting ready.
Oh, Sean, you like to spend some time on self-care, huh?
Cancers are also like quiet in the morning. That's true. I don't want to talk to nobody. Start
Sean
with a
gets
long
into work.
shower
It's
or
like, don't
bath.
talk to me
I mean,
before I
that's
had my coffee.
water
Shut the
sign.
fuck up.
That's literally me.
Make the family breakfast. But
Yeah.
see, the problem with Cancer, though, I'm not really like the caring, the nurturing type. But as far as like the other stuff it's saying, it makes sense. Interesting. Very interesting.
Wait, what time did you say, Sean?
8:16
AM or PM?
p.m.
Oh, so you're a
think it's still
Virgo
the same.
rising. Okay.
What? Did it change?
Yeah.
Virgo.
Wait. Is my Scorpio the same?
Yeah, your Scorpio is the same. So I think the first time you didn't have the birth time because your mom didn't know what it was. So we just picked
Yes.
one for you.
And definitely not Cancer.
Okay, so now this changes
Gotta
everything.
reevaluate, Sean. Yeah.
Watch a Virgo rising be exactly
Now what is my identity?
Sean's routine.
Virgo rising is like regimented routine. They look youthful and innocent. They like being outdoors. And
Sean looks youthful and innocent.
Gosh darn it! How's it doing this?
You thought it was lying to you, and it's just correct in every way.
You just lied to yourself.
yeah.
Okay, what else? Or is that it?
What else? I'm trying to think of like the main ones. Well, I mean, you're surrounded by a bunch of Virgos here, like pretty like practical and logical. So that would make sense why you guys like meet each other in a logical way. Like you and Mike meet each other in a logical way.
Interesting. But I thought that the moon sign was what I mainly interact with people on, or is it all signs?
So you could, if you, depending on like what you do like day to day, a lot of people like rely heavily on their rising sign when they're interacting with other people, as like that's like their self that they use like for their like day to day exchanges.
It's like kind of like the
So-
mask you put on in a way. Is that
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're all so different from each other.
Yeah.
Especially if they're all so different from each other, like you might have to like physically switch them like on and off.
Mm.
Like I literally have to cut my face off, put on a new mask, and then
Yeah, you have to put on your Sagittarius
Okay, Michael Myers.
mask.
it's a smile. Normally, it's just me, just like frowning / depressed because I guess I'm a Pisces Virgo.
Yeah, I feel like I have like really bad RBF from being a Virgo. That's just what happens when my brain leaves my face unattended.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, that's good.
Actually an awesome way to put it. Can I quote that?
You totally
It's
can.
It's what happens when my brain leaves my face unattended. It's so good.
I feel that recently, my face just does its own thing now.
It's just like in its own.
Within the last couple years, it's definitely gotten worse. Like if I hear something at work that I don't agree with, you should not look at my
You're
face.
just like-
'cause or just like really like
Judgmental.
frowning.
Yeah.
Or I really need to watch myself now because
Yeah.
my face just speaks for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put the shark smile, the fake smile on.
Yeah, a
Well-
lot more than it should, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like when you leave your like feelings on your face, which is a weird way to put it.
Yeah.
But when you do that, people tend to trust you more though because you're not like, hey, I hate you, but I'm smiling at you because that. Yeah.
Right.
It's like, all right, I know exactly where you stand because you're, how unscorpio of you.
Yeah. Like the general confusion that crosses my face when someone suggests something that I don't agree with is probably
Oh,
very
yeah.
telling to most
It's
people.
palpable.
They say, "Oh, we should do this," and I go, "Huh?"
Like,
Just in my face.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did that when we were RAs though. Like I made it a point like I cannot look at Sean because I will laugh if something ridiculous
Wow.
is said
That's so mean. You're just gonna look at Sean and laugh at him, Jesus.
because
Kiara.
it's just his like visceral reaction to everything first. Like he puts it away like kind of quickly. No one notices, but like if I just turn around and look at Sean, I'll lose it.
Like if you do it quick enough, you'll see my initial reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think I have a good control of like blanking my face, but
Like
I
poker
will
face?
do the initial reaction of like, huh?
That's
like my
interesting.
eyebrow will raise.
It is so funny.
Uh,
But depending on how ridiculous it is, then Sean cannot recover and then it's
Yeah. It's downhill from there.
So, kind of a side tangent is how did you like get into this? Is this something like that you kind of stumbled upon? Because like what's always intrigued me about the like astrology is how deterministic it is, right? Like it's based on like when you were born and stuff like that versus like
Fate.
it's just fate versus
Unchanging.
like nurture and how like your environment is, right?
Yeah, so I actually got into it from like the hospital. It was like a way that I could like connect to patients and like the people around me because like most of the time it's right. So like I would be like, "Oh, like look at the two Aries talking to each other." And then they'd be like, "What? How did you know that?"
Interesting.
But then like
yeah, it's like did you see Bullet Train recently? I think Sean, you saw it, right?
No, I still need to watch it.
Oh my god. Okay, I
I-
can't spoil it then.
I haven't seen
There's
it.
there's a character who is good at identifying people, and he uses a
Oh,
system
interesting.
in his. But I was gonna mention that, but since no one's seen it yet besides me, and it's a
Those-
great movie, everyone should watch.
I have no doubt it's going to be a good
it's
movie.
a lot
I
of
need to
fun.
see it.
I'd recommend it. Tiara, I think you'd like it.
Okay.
It's a little ridiculous, but it's fun.
Okay.
I like a little ridiculous.
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah, so I got into it like from like being in the hospital and like talking to people, and I just eventually started getting good at guessing like what like people's characteristics were. And so now I can like walk up to people after like spending some time with them and be like, "Are you the like X, Y, and Z?" Or like, "Don't tell me what your sign is or your birthday. Like, let me try to guess it." And I definitely try to.
Interesting.
And you're pretty accurate.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah, I think I'm a lot better than I was. I'm not a genius. I mean, I can always get better and stuff. And things like moon signs and rising signs definitely throw me off. But I can guess like one of the big three a lot of the
Right.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Jared, can you interpret this sentence that I've just read.
We need your wisdom.
So I'm looking at the Aquarius horoscope for 2021, right? Wait. Why am I looking at the one for 2021?
Might not come out for 2022.
Okay, still okay. Now I'm gonna look at the 2022, and then we'll go from there. But I want to have you interpret this sentence. It says, "There is nothing to fear, and if you can listen to the lessons of Venus in Gemini, which makes its move on May 29th, you'll see that all is well." What does that mean?
Okay. So, like different signs are ruled by different planets. And like some signs are affected by like the change in seasons and the change in months. So like right now we're in Scorpio season, so everyone born in this window is a Scorpio. So like Sean, you're affected by this because you're a Scorpio placement.
Oh,
So you're also
that?
feeling more deeply this month, and like you're more like in tune with your emotions this month. And so all of your Scorpio traits are like a little bit like more intense now. And that goes for everybody. Like for the Virgos during Virgo season, like they're more intense.
That's why I feel so nostalgic in September.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Actually, though,
yeah.
I feel always super nostalgic in like fall times.
Really?
I do.
Me
Yeah.
too.
September.
It's a
September
whole
is the
thing.
best month, though.
Yeah.
I never feel nostalgic in January though. I'll be honest.
Do you feel
Well,
like nostalgic
you
at
probably
February
don't
time.
feel nostalgic. Like it's a different feeling for like each sign.
Oh, okay.
So like
Yeah.
I think for like
I gain like plus 10 to strength or something. Like,
yeah, literally
happened?
you
Your
get
strength.
like double XP all month.
Yeah.
Nice.
let's go! Double XP month.
It's like your climbing is better during that month. You have to do competitions during that month only.
Yeah, you start like
a good
more
idea, though.
projects or like you try more new things because that's like what Aquariuses are all about is like being open to trying new things and wanting to look for new things and not wanting to stay in one place for a long time and worrying
Dang,
about
why you gotta call me
settling
out
down.
like
Yeah.
Ah! Stop.
I got you, Sean.
To be fair, you did move in January.
You did.
I did move in January.
Nice.
Like December, January time.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And I'm also going to be moving again at the same time this year.
Yeah. Or like you have the desire to move at that time too. It's not like you're just going to stay in the same spot. You actually have a desire to. So,
I feel like I had the desire to move like last month, though.
nah, but you started researching recently. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
This
but
is true. Started going places to check them out now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to read my 2020 Aquarius horoscope. You guys should also look up your horoscope.
I'm looking up
2020.
my
2020. You're going back in time, dude.
Yeah, dude.
2022. Sorry.
Where is the 2022 though? I only see 2021.
I'm on astrology, astrolo,
Yogi.
GI.com. I messaged you the thing.
Astro Yogi.
Apparently, see, okay, here's my problem with this horoscope. They're talking too much about other signs. Like they said on 13th of April 2022, Jupiter will enter the Pisces, which will be setting in the second house of Aquarius.
What the fuck does that mean? That's
Yeah,
like
I
a
know.
totally different
The
language.
second house. Real
Yeah.
estate.
Dude,
That's
Wait,
like
to
really
which the time
advanced.
seems...
So we
There's-
were just talking about like the big three this time.
There's Aquarius has a house.
Yes.
Like, where's the
There's
house?
multiple
So
house.
your chart has all 12 like planets, like placements, and then also there's another chart which are all
There's
12
not
of your
12 planets.
houses.
There's 8
Oh,
Can you
now?
send us our charts?
12
or whatever
houses?
you're using to figure these out?
Yeah.
Because that might be helpful.
Yeah. I need to dive
I want
into
a planet
this.
house.
Okay, so this says Saturn will transit into Aquarius on the 28th April 22. This position of Saturn will prove beneficial for you. If you are associated with any business, you can increase your wealth and your work field is expected to expand. I'm trying to remember when I got that promotion.
If it's the same time,
Nice.
Sean, you can't question me anymore.
It might have been a couple months later. Yeah, it was a couple months later. Okay. Or a month and a half later. On the 13th of April, Rahu will enter Aries. What's
What-
Rahu?
Rahu.
What the fuck is Rahu?
Yeah, that's a new one. I don't know.
Tiara, that's not a planet I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I actually have never heard of that.
What's
Oh,
a
snap.
So you're on the deep, deep web. Or you're pronouncing
astrology.
something really silly.
Rahu.
Rahu?
Look up
That's
Rahu.
I mean that's pretty
Rahu
Rahu.
is one of the 9 major celestial bodies in the Hindu texts and the king of meteors.
Yo.
What the heck?
What?
It's a shadow planet that causes eclipses.
That's pretty cool.
That's just the
Despite
moon.
having no physical existence, Rahu has been allocated the status of the planet by ancient seers owing to its strong influence in astrology.
Sean is so cool. He got an extra planet. Look at that.
Yeah, you got the shadow planet.
Sean
Like
literally
you heard of
created
the
a
shadow
planet.
realm? This is
But it
is
says
real
it's
life.
entering Aries, so it's not even applying to me.
Wake up, babe. A
Oh,
new
wait,
planet
but
just
which
dropped.
Which Okay, now all of a sudden, this is going to enter the 3rd house. What are my houses about? Can you explain that?
Or maybe houses in general.
There's like so the
many
the
houses do I
houses
have?
Tiara the
are
memer.
like the
Should I be
different
paying
like
taxes on these?
compartments of your life. So like
Right.
there's like one like for your family, one for your job, one for your actually your rising is like your very first house sign. And it's
Okay.
just like important in like those aspects of your life. It kind of like leads you. And then like one of them like talks about your upbringing. But like I figured we didn't have enough time for all that cuz there's
Yeah. That's
How
We
many-
got, we got all
many
the time in the
houses are
world
there?
here.
there's 12 houses for each person.
Oh my God.
So when you have certain things move into certain houses, is it like so you're gonna have a good year for like relationships kind of thing? Is that
Yes.
what it is? Okay.
Yep.
This is genuinely the most complicated system I think I've ever heard of.
It is really
It's like
complicated.
so ridiculous. It's like, what's going on?
It all connects.
Okay, it's even crazier.
more complicated
So
as we're
once
talking.
Rahu enters Aries, okay,
Rahu.
this will go into my 3rd house of Aquarius.
He's
This will
entering
create
Aries.
successful
from the back door.
This will create from the back rooms. This will create successful situations for Aquarius people, but you need to be aware of secret enemies.
Ooh. You
John's
better
got a
watch
nemesis.
out.
This year will be good in terms of money. Money is expected to come to you, and it will be spent well. I'm definitely spending money. Time's hard for students. Good from a family point of view. Unmarried people are expected to get married this year. Ooh, man, time's ticking.
Whoa, yo.
In the matter of health, you need to be careful. Uh-oh.
Yeah. What kind of health issues are you expecting? Just health in general?
It just says you may get stressed due to excessive workload.
Ooh.
I really haven't been that stressed.
Is this 2022 or 2023?
This is 2022, the current year of which I am now aware of.
Only recently.
I'm trying to see if there's any other juicy bits of information here in my horoscope. Have you guys found your horoscope?
Yeah, I got mine. So
I haven't really searched for mine.
A-
Go for it, Colton.
So a general thing of mine, take up new learning opportunities to enrich the mind. You'll generate plenty of expenses, but there's no reason to fret. Fortunately, you have no financial constraints. Sweet. The inability to concentrate the inability to concentrate needs correction, as work is a dominant activity during this month. Okay, interesting. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Wait a second. This is affecting other people now. It says, when the moon sits in the 10th house, the conditions can affect your mother's health. I know my mom is in danger.
You just
What
gotta
the
have
fuck?
the whole spreadsheet on at all times. That's like
What's
I feel
the
like
10th house? Is
I feel like
that
that's how you
October?
start getting into it. It's like you're like these things going to these houses. You're like, oh, I gotta know. I gotta start tracking this so you can like warn
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
Wow, it says if I have a salaried job, I'm expected to handle more workload, due to which tension will remain. On the other hand, on the 8th of November, oh shoot, that's coming up.
That's 2 days away.
There will be a second solar eclipse in the 3rd house. This position will be in favor. Oh, sick. Okay. I may travel for business expansion,
If you travel on the 8th,
and there will be good cooperation from your younger siblings.
whoa, let's go.
I don't know what he's going to cooperate with me on, but we'll find
You
out.
might just show up at your house on the 8th. Be like, hey.
Then that's it. That's the end. The end of my stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, hold on. There's a tip. There's a very good tip here for me. It says
It's a dangerous one.
there's two of them here. Two that are good. There's one, treat the working class people with respect.
Cool.
All right.
Nice.
The other one is light a lamp with ghee made from cow's milk in the temple of goddess Lakshmi
What?
to increase my fortune.
How do you do that?
I don't think this is astrology.
Hot tip,
Lakshmi?
guys, for
We're kidding,
Aquarius this year.
where this is outside.
Yeah. Gotta get, you gotta get, gotta help with that goddess Lakshmi.
Guys,
I
that's
am
right.
laughing so hard. John, you better light up some ghee in a
Yeah.
lamp.
You better go.
Yeah. Well, this is based on
I
Hindu
feel like
stuff,
I'm on
right?
the site. This should be everything.
Astro Yogi. I feel like Astro Yogi is maybe not the best site, but
That's
it's
the one
at
I'm on
least-
too.
Yeah. Now, I found something interesting. So it says, I'm going to have a high confidence this month. I'll look to grow professionally. By July 20th, as Mars moves into Leo, you may find your mind veering towards destructive activities, which is interesting.
Hey, I mean that is exactly what happened at AX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when your confidence takes a knock due to money issues, I thought I was not going to have any money issues, though. Before, it's like, okay, Astro Yogi just doesn't know what's going on. Because, yeah, it's like you'll generate expenses, but you have no financial constraints. But then it says, your confidence is going to take a knock due to money issues. Your imagination and creativity will propel you onwards. It is said that adversity encourages people to become more resilient and adaptable. This couldn't be truer in my case. Love is a fire that needs to be fed
Do you
or it
have a s-
starves. Wow. What?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Tiara, do you have a specific place you go to for these types of horoscope things, or do you not do that?
So okay, this is actually kind of really funny. I had a patient actually tell me everything. Like to start, like
About
it like
life?
piqued my
The
interest.
universe?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was just like they were there for like a long period of time, and we just like talked about it, and it was so cool. And so then I ended up like going home and like checking like this, like so I could have like a place where I could like look for this information. And I use cafe astrology. I don't know like how like true that is, but like that's what I do everyone's charts on.
Okay, that's what I looked up for the moon sign.
Yeah, I found like my personal chart was like really, really accurate. Like there were things that I've never told anyone out loud that were on my thing, and they were very specific.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, I'm now going to look it up on the cafe here.
Yeah.
The 2022 Aquarius yearly overview for Aquarius.
Hopefully Rahu is not going to show up in that.
Yeah. We don't want Rahu here.
So Virgo.
Your desire for security and comfort is hearty this year. You'll feel that you deserve more of, or that you're at a stage where you want to more thoroughly enjoy the fruits of your labor. I guess I agree with that. You're entirely open to making changes and improvements on the home front or in your personal life. In fact, the year ahead can find you connecting with family or doing home life differently. I wouldn't say that necessarily is correct. Intellectual interests begin to take a primary role. A stronger desire need to develop and grow mentally as well as spiritually this year. I don't know about that. Improving your skills will be a focus. I mean, that's true. And some of you will do so formally, benefit greatly from it. New interests. Struggle with tradition and progress with clinging to the tried and true. No, that's not true. I don't care about tradition.
All right, I have another interpretation, or I need a interpreter for this. So,
Okay.
We got
Pluto trine true north node in February. What the fuck does that mean?
Okay, I actually do know that. Pluto is so we
A planet?
yeah, so
Maybe.
we all have the same
Hades?
Pluto because Pluto is what your generation is. So like the
okay.
generation above us is a Scorpio generation. And then we are all Sagittariuses, and like the generations like those are kind of determined by like
So like we're like Gen Zers.
Yes, pretty much. Or like according to astrology, we would be like I would be Gen Z and you guys would be millennials.
I'd be Gen.
According to that.
I think I'm.
Are
Gen
you
Y.
98 then?
No, Sean, you're
Yeah.
a millennial.
Yeah, I'm 90.
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial, yeah.
I'm a Gen Zer. Then.
You're the
Sean,
bottom of
you're
millennial.
Gen-
You should be like either you're a Gen Z, like barely, or you're a millennial.
Because I thought
No,
1996
I'm
forward
not
was
a.
Gen Z.
I'm not a millennial.
You're a Gen Z then.
What's after millennial? I thought that was
Gen Z.
Y.
Gen
That's
Z.
Gen
Z.
Z.
You're a TikToker,
That's why.
Sean.
That's why I understand the Zoomer humor.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why you like the memes.
That's why.
96 is when millennials end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that Colton's also
So
a
I'm
Gen Zer then.
I'm
Okay,
a millennial.
cool.
I'm in 96.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's like just barely older than.
Just barely, yeah. Barely.
Well, Sean, you're a 90. No, you're 97.
I'm
January
97,
97.
but I was born in January, so like
Yeah.
I just
yeah,
missed the
you barely
cutoff.
missed it.
Yep. So Sean's barely a Gen Z. Old man Sean.
I saw a meme that was like, oh, if you're like 96 and younger, you're Gen Z, and you're 96 and older, then you're a millennial. And then if you are 96, you're not both of them. Like you're right in the middle of 96. You're an honorary member of the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, let's go.
If you're 96, damn, you're old.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I missed out on being part of the Black Eyed Peas.
He could have been. Could have been.
It's a good time.
That's great.
So wait, I'm a Pluto. What is the Pluto effect though?
You're not a Pluto. The Pluto is
Well,
the.
I have a Pluto.
We all have a Pluto. So
Yeah.
it just affects like what generation you're in. So Sagittarius.
What the fuck is trying true north though?
Oh yeah,
We're
there's
getting
north,
there.
south,
We're
east,
getting
west.
Yeah, so like true north is like you're kind of like what you do, like what you're meant to do, or like your path, which is like different for everyone. So like our generation has like our own values, and the Sagittarius generation values like connecting with other people and trying new experiences more than the other generation.
That makes sense.
And so it's harder for us to relate to those other generations. Millennials are more of the Scorpio generations, and they're like, they're really sad and depressed, and they kind of got dealt like a lot of difficult things. They feel a lot deeper than the generations before them, and it's harder for those generations to relate to them.
How does it cycle through the generations? Like, is it kind of like, you know, you're the dragon and the whatever, then whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Sagittarius is right after Scorpio, right?
Yeah, and then Capricorn is right after that. So all of the new babies being born are like the Capricorn generation. And so they're like going to be like really hardworking, no emotion, and so they're not going to relate to us at all.
Yo.
A bunch of fucking robots.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's just like
When was the last generation that was the millennial generation? What's their Pluto sign?
theirs is the Scorpio. So the last Scorpio generation, it like repeats every like 18 years, I think. So I
So
guess
that would have
you
been
have to go backwards. There's 12 signs.
So 12 times 18.
oh shoot, so 18 minus so
216 years ago.
200?
Yeah.
Wait, how does that math work out?
12 times
I
18?
did it on my calculator. I don't trust my head.
No, but I thought you said it repeats every 12 years, right?
No, it
No, it
repeats
repeats-
every 18. And there's 12
18
signs
years.
There's 12.
to
yeah.
cycle through.
Yeah.
But that would be 18 years ago then, no?
18. No, before Scorpio was Virgo.
Or before
That'd
Scorpio
be-
is Libra. And then
Libra? Okay.
and then Virgo.
But if we get to the same sign every 18 years, that means if Scorpio was last year, then 18 years before that, or no wait, if it was,
It would
I
be
think
the
the
early
genera-
1800s when we
Yeah.
had the last Sagittarius generation.
I think the generations last 18 years. Then there's 12. Yeah, they last 18
oh, is that
years.
how that? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was every year it was a different sign. Okay, now every generation
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, every year is a different sign. And, right?
Yeah. So then there's like there's other little chunks. So like Neptune is like its own thing. That's like every 7 years, I believe. I'm probably gonna get so much. I'm gonna get roasted by like an actual astrology professional after this.
That's fine. You're the most expert among us.
Yeah, I
so
would get
it's
way
fine.
more roasted. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'd be like, Virgo is something. Sure.
It's a word
It's
I'm
something,
familiar with.
yeah.
Beyond that,
Yep.
But like the
I
whole
know
trine
Geminis
thing.
are like, no one likes Geminis, right?
yeah,
That's the thing.
no one. I don't like Geminis at all.
Well, aren't they two-faced, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, they're two-faced, and they'll lie, and they're very okay. So the bright side is like they're very adaptable people, but like with that, like they'll do anything to adapt to a situation. So
So
they'll,
they're
Gotcha.
psychopaths.
yeah. So
We
they
call that a jerk.
they
Yeah,
can
suck.
it's like having like two of them. Like Geminis are the twins, so like they'll be like really moody, and so they'll like day to day you won't know which version of them like you'll get.
Yeah. Okay.
And some signs are okay with that. Like some signs are like okay, like they'll just roll with that, or they like lying doesn't bother them, so like
Yeah.
they resonate better. But like I don't.
I feel like I ditched those people very early on.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they're Geminis, but if they're
Watch them be, and it's like,
not happening here.
Yeah. Geminis are like very social too. They're like found in a lot of social places.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't meet them.
Because if you're drunk, a
I'm not-
Gemini is really fun because you don't care. Like it's just like one day, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
like if they're in a good mood and it all aligns. But then like if you try to hang out with them again, like it's not the same person.
It might not. Yeah, it'd just be a different
Yeah,
time.
I'm not about that.
Yeah.
Dang, there's a lot going on.
It's
here.
like I learned
Yeah.
so much, but I also realized that I don't know way more than I thought I didn't know. Does that make
is
sense?
what med school felt
absolutely.
like.
Yeah. Like I'm learning there's so much more to it than I ever thought originally, which is so cool actually. It's like way deeper than I thought it was.
wait. So there's a north, south, east, west, right?
No, there's like a north node and a south node, and a true north.
There's no east and west,
No, there's no east and west. John.
but there is true north, which is different from regular north.
Yeah, it's like
Whoa.
advanced north.
The better north.
Is there
it's
true
north
south?
squared. It's north squared.
Is there true south?
No, there's no.
It's called depression.
Uh-oh.
The lack of symmetry here is upsetting.
Yeah.
We got
You're
all
a
the
real
planets, but you're stressed about true south.
Yeah.
I don't know how to orientate myself.
Wait, no, all the planets, including planets that actually don't exist.
shadow planets,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the
Rahu
shadow planets.
or whatever the fuck
I
it
banish
is.
you to the shadow planet.
Yeah.
So how
This
is
is
north
great.
different from true north?
So there's like the north node, which is like, to my understanding, and actually I'm gonna read what it says so that I don't mess it up here.
From a reputable source.
Yes, from a little bit better source without like, I mean, I'm not hating anybody that uses the Rahu astrology at all, but I just don't really know how to use it. And I don't want to steer anyone wrong.
Yeah, you don't know how to use a shadow planet. I understand.
No,
that.
It's
listen,
too
with great
powerful.
power comes great
Yeah.
responsibility.
Sean gets it,
Yep.
thankfully.
You know, it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You don't want to use the Shadow Realm unless
Unless it's
absolutely
needed.
necessary.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
serious offense.
Unless you want to summon the Great Exodia,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
go.
true north.
If I need to assemble all 4 pieces,
Five pieces of Exodia.
The
I know
Egyptian
that
god
shit,
of
John.
Ra. Yeah, if you want to anger Ra.
There's fucking 5 pieces. Get that shit straight.
So true north is like what you're trying to develop your life into, like qualities that you want to get like eventually. So like
okay.
an example I can think of, because like we're Virgos, like a true north, if your true north is in Virgo, you want to be like more practical and you want to live like a more orderly life. So like your like a problem that you might have is like procrastination constantly, because you're seeing like how much more productive you could be, because that's like something that you focus on, and that's like one of your it's like your true north, or like the guiding light like to your path basically. So when you're succeeding in that area, then all of the rest of your chart is like more fruitful. So
How,
So what you're
what's
saying
it
is, as a
based
Virgo,
on?
don't procrastinate.
yeah, if your true north is in Virgo, so it depends on like your chart and stuff. So like I know that yours is Mike. So like it's like the qualities
My
to
true
develop.
north is Virgo.
Yes, it's also Virgo. So like you want to improve your attention to detail, and then you have like more, you have better outcomes when you do that.
There's a lot to improve there. That's for damn sure.
How do you
As we know
determine-
from our other psychology exams, it was like I am like low conscientiousness, like least attentive to detail of all of us.
How do you determine what your true north is?
Yeah.
What's it
It's
based
on
on?
your chart too. I'll send you guys screenshots of all your charts.
Nice.
the end.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
What's my true north?
I want to know mine too, please.
so Colton's, because I have his up. Yours is in. Yours is in Libra. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Well, that's a whole new
Yeah.
thing.
Libras are like the they're supposed to be like the judges of the zodiac. They're like very like diplomatic and fair. They like balance.
Well, isn't that the whole scales, right, Libra?
Yeah.
Mm.
Libras are really good like lawyers or judges. And they're like really social and they're like really charming. They usually have like really soft voices and stuff.
Colton's got.
Oh
that
yeah.
going. Okay, now you just sound like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So your true north is your path is to learn to cooperate and share the load more often. You said you like doing support on projects, so that probably helps you out a lot.
Okay. Sick.
You rely on yourself so much that sometimes people in your life feel alienated or not needed. And so it's important that you work on tact and patience. And you might fear losing freedom or independence if you involve others more, but allowing feedback helps restore balance. So what you need to work on is cooperation, sharing, and teamwork.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it kind of
feel like
feels bad. Like when you start doing those things, like if you haven't developed those things at all and then you start to work on them, it feels wrong. But then all of a sudden like it feels right, and then you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to.
Right. Okay. Feel like aligned.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like if, regardless of, the sign stuff, going over it helps you realize things you just don't think about anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everything Tiara just said about, learning to take feedback and stuff. And you think, I should do that. Even if you're not even a part of that sign or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like good lessons.
It is just stuff that you should think about.
Yeah.
I
There's
think.
good advice there for sure.
Another cool thing about like astrology is or like something that they believe, which I also kind of believe, is if you start seeing a lot of a difference or like one particular sign in your life, like say you get like introduced to a lot of Virgos all at once, that means that the universe is trying to teach you something that
Okay.
sign knows a lot about. So like then you need to like take a step back and like reevaluate and think about like, okay, what's
So
going on?
if I meet a bunch of Virgos like I am now, I need to like be more nurturing and be like less of an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
We knew that already, though.
Or like focus on details more, or like something like that. Like one time I was like working, I had never really met like an Aries at all, and then I worked at the psych hospital, and a lot of staff I worked with were Aries. And so there were all these
Okay.
Aries in my life, and it was like they were trying to teach me,
I'm sorry.
or what they say is like what you're supposed to gain from Aries is like they're like the child of the zodiac sign, and they're like very chaotic. And so like if you're someone who needs order, you need to be okay with the chaos and have fun, which is a problem that I have.
Gotcha.
And so like I
Interesting.
learned that from them, which was like really cool. But
Yeah.
And
Do you-
Sean, your
what's-
true north is the same as Michael. So it's the Virgo one where you do the best when things are like orderly.
I think Sean
that's true.
fulfills that more so than I do because I'm more. Whatever.
I'm okay with chaos, but I also prefer things to be orderly.
Like
That
yeah.
Like
I
maybe like
envy
a
that.
small amount of chaos. I prefer them to be generally
Like
orderly.
your
but-
routine, you want it to be orderly. You don't want your day to be just messed up constantly by random stuff.
Not usually, or even just literally like even playing Factorio, like a base building.
Now, there's one thing that
Assembly game.
we both agree on is that like I like those types of games too. Is like the Factorio games, and they're literally about logistics and organization.
But in my mind, I have a very specific idea of like
How to do
the
it?
things I want to do, or how something should be done.
And Sean
But I'm also
and I disagree on that.
But I'm also okay with an amount of chaos, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because in that game specifically, there is definitely a way you could optimize to be perfect everything. But I get to a point of organization and say, okay, we're good now.
I see if
As long as it's fulfilling the goal, I'm okay.
if I were in that game, I'd be like, I'm gonna destroy your guys' bridges, your guys' railroads.
That's
the
exactly
game.
Colton. Actually, Colton would probably
The
just
chaotic
like, fuck around.
energy.
He'd probably like get. Yeah.
I'd be like, why is there this wrong resource on this belt
Yeah.
doing this
Oh
thing?
god,
And
that's
Incorrect.
exactly what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why is the plastic running into the steel?
because Colton just changed everything.
Why are the belts going in the opposite directions and meeting each other? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's why we have to. If we see him in the game, we just have to kill him on sight.
Can you
Do
do
not
that?
let him.
Enable
no.
PvP.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Burn the corpse.
Unbelievable.
man, these signs have been. I think it's interesting how many times you can put the signs into different spots of the calendar or the chart, and they mean different things, you know? Or I don't know. Who makes this? Who does it?
Who's the origin?
Isn't it like Hindu or something like that? Because I mean, there's a bunch of Hindu stuff in there.
It's Greek astrology. That's the one that I use more. So it's like the
Well, I mean, Aries, all that's Greek.
12 planets. Yeah. So like they're all associated with like gods and goddesses and stuff like that. So I think this is just like an ancient like 16 personality type quiz type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's
But
influenced.
deterministic.
Yeah, it's influenced by like the day that you were born, which is cool. Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's been a fun journey going through all this.
Thanks for being
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
patient.
Yeah, you have to drop those charts in chat.
Oh yeah, I will.
I mean, you're the one being bombarded with our questions of
Yeah.
our idiocy
Yeah.
of going, what is
We'll have
this?
to, we should do like more research. This would be a great idea. We live by the zodiac calendar, or like do our zodiac thing for a month or a week or something, and then we all reconnect and we go like what was right, what was wrong,
Yeah.
like
Do
what
you feel
how
more
it
in tune
guided.
with yourself?
Yeah, like how we feel after going with that
interesting.
advice. That'd be a fun experiment too.
Do you mean using the horoscopes?
Yeah, the
or
horoscopes is what I meant. Yeah, like the daily ones. I think that.
Be mindful of the things that it says.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd do it.
The weekly or the daily?
There are daily ones that I was seeing. Could do weekly too. I don't know. Whatever we want to do.
That's a good thought. I like this idea for a future episode.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, round 2.
I do think that we've probably been going on a little while now.
Yeah.
We should get close to ending this here, so I might as well just do that. Thanks for listening to Almost a Podcast. Thank you, Tiara, for joining us on this episode. I think we all learned quite a bit, and I hope our
Absolutely.
viewers did as well.
Yeah.
I was really happy to get you on.
Thank you
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
having
This was a
me.
great experience.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know. What do we normally say at the end? Take a listen to YouTube or comment on Reddit or
Like,
leave
subscribe.
a rating, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe.
Hit the bell. TikTok.
And-
Go on TikTok. Find us on TikTok. Yeah.
And then, of course, one day we will get there.
One day.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.